Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera. Welcome to another Monday morning live color along, 10 a.m., April 13th. How is everyone this morning? I know that a lot of people have gotten some pretty crazy weather out there over the past 12 or 14 hours, and many people have commented this morning, either in a message to me or in the coloring group, that they're not sure if they're actually going to stick around for today. So the replay will be available. I'm going to cross my fingers for many different reasons that we do not lose power, not only during this color along, but at all. I don't want to lose power. So we're coloring this morning with gel pens. This is a page we're coloring from Color Along Volume 14. We're still working on. This is the second page we're still working on. This is the second page. Scarlett and Paisley say, hey. Right, Paisley and Scarlett? We're going to be, I'm using gel pens this morning, so I have my gigantic tin of gel pens with me today, and I'm just going to challenge myself this morning to see if I can actually color this whole page during the time that we're together. However, I do want to bring up a point about this page. Lynn Miller made a really good point, because Lynn's like inside my head, I think. She was reading my mind. That this page can be colored in so many different ways. Not only can you color this page by coloring every spot that's there, but you can also color this page by creating your own shapes and finding different shapes throughout it. So I'll be using gel pens. I have a variety and a bunch of different colors. Let's say good morning to everyone. Let's give the dog a bone and make sure everyone is settled. We're going to wait a little while for everyone else to get here. But in the meantime, good morning to Alexandria, my friend. Cheryl Waters joined us. Good morning, Mary and Jean. Jean, I hope that your weather is okay. We'll have to cross our fingers. Lynn Miller and Bonnie have joined us. Scott Gillis is here with us this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Diana. Alice, how are you? Hey, my friend Sharon, how's it going? Lisa's joined us. Courtney's joined us. Courtney, you're always throwing me off with that name. I'm like, who the heck is Courtney? But I know who Courtney is. Bonnie Hughes, good morning. I think Bonnie Hughes times 2. Dawn has joined us. So let me get the dogs a bone. Get them something so that they are not going to bother us. And we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. Come on, girls. Oh, my goodness. Miss Paisley? Okay, everybody has their stuff. Hey, good morning, Rita. Good morning, Trish. Hey, Sarah. So what's new with everyone this morning? This is kind of a complicated page. This is from my book, Hypnotic. Complicated coloring book, as you can tell. Just going to get a cough drop going here. And I'm going to tell you a little crazy story about this book. I think I've talked about this before, but this book, Hypnotic, first of all, I don't have a copy of it because I sold it, so I don't have a copy of it here. So I can't flip through the whole book, but funny story about this book is that this book was an accident. And, I mean, literally an accident. I was creating another book. I think it was Bursting Mandalas, which is much simpler than this. And I hit something I hit a key or some sort of, I don't even know what I did. I clicked on something that I didn't realize I clicked on when I had the page on my computer. And all of a sudden, a page like this appeared. And I was like, what the heck is this? So I looked at it for a little while longer, and then I said, maybe someone would like to color this. Joke, haha, right? Wink, wink. Well, I posted it in the Just Color coloring group, and all it said, If anyone wants to color it, knock yourself out. And guess what? People colored it and they loved it. So I was like, what the heck what's the excitement about this page? I don't really think I can do it. And so I decided to color a page myself. And I remember sitting there coloring this page, a page from this book, which ended up becoming the cover of Hypnotic. And I remember coloring it during a summer of some sleepless nights. And I'm just going to jump right in here. This is a Pentel Sparkle Pop. I colored this during some sleepless nights. And I'm going to tell you, it really, this pen is stuck. It really got me through, it relieved the pain. It really, I was having some sleepless nights because of pain. And it got me through. And I just was like, it was like a non-stop thing. I just couldn't wait to continue coloring, and I just kept going on and on with this particular page. And I need to get something else. Hang on one second. Hey, matey. Good morning, Barb. Okay, much better. All right, so this is the pen that was this is a Jelly Roll. So so that's how this book was born. That's how this book came to be. And I just decided to continue on with this book and with creating pages like this. And either you love it or you hate it. So I don't know. You tell me. Do you love it or do you hate it? Is it something that you kind of look at and say goodbye to you? Or is it something that you look at and you say, wow, I'm going in. And you don't want to stop coloring it and it's relaxing. Is it frustrating? Is it relaxing? Coloring this kind of like creating a mandala, Lisa is saying. This was originally from a mandala. I'm going to show you the page it came from. See if I can get it. I'll have to walk all 5 feet over to where the book is. No, seriously, I don't even know where it is. There you are. There you are, you little bugger. Books are always walking away on me. All right, so this was the book it came from, okay? So this is Bursting Mandalas, and Bursting Mandalas is an easy on the eyes coloring book because sometimes you just need something easy on the eyes. So let's take, I'm not sure which page this actually came from, but let's take this one for example. And when I created this page, I actually think it's this one. When I created this page, what ended up happening was that I created pages from this book and turned them into these complicated pages. So these are actually mandalas. Bursting mandalas are mandalas. And the whole point of this book is that they're bursting. They burst. And they basically start out as a mandala in the center of the page. And then when I put them in the computer, I expand them. You know? Lynn says, I like them. It's a challenge, but can be very creative. And Mary's saying, I thought I would hate it, but I started to love it. You know, that's how I felt about it. I was like, I hate this kind of coloring page. I'm not really a fan of a complicated coloring book. I like drawing them and creating them. But when it comes to actually coloring them, I'm not really a fan. But then I colored the cover page, what became the cover page of Hypnotic. And I colored that, and I was just like, I was hooked. It relaxed me. It was a summer of, I don't know what happened to me that summer. It was like a couple of months. I guess we all go through it in our life sometime, right? It was a couple of months of a summer that I just could not sleep. I mean, I was up till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not usually, that's not something I usually end up doing. And I just couldn't help. It was just a bad, bad couple of months with sleeping. And I remember coloring this, and it really kind of kept me occupied. Paisley's got a lot to say today, my friend. She's been kind of a little bit of a little bit of a fresh pup lately. I think the dogs know when there's going to be bad weather. What do you guys think? And they say, let's be crazy as the bad weather's coming in. So Lynn was talking about, she made a comment. I appreciate you making that comment, by the way, Lynn. That it's kind of, what's cool about this book is that these pages is that if you're overwhelmed by, gotta go get her to be quiet. If you're overwhelmed by everything that you need to color in all of these little tiny spaces, what you can easily do is take a look at it and say, okay, well, look at this shape right here. And we're going to do something like that. So take a look at this shape right here and make it a one giant shape rather than all the little ones. You know, everyone's pick will look so different. That's very, very true. What is going on over here? Oh, you guys. Crazy. Don't I know? Crazy dogs. Let's go. Give her this. There you go. So, Coloring Camp book is on sale on Amazon. I don't know what happened, but it's on sale. And I did find out something that I don't know if it's, that book was on sale. It's on sale for $16.99, and I've added a bonus day. I've added a bonus day to camp, which on Sunday, May 3rd, we're going to do a painting class. So, I've never done that before. It'll be a lot of fun. And there's going to be a few different things happening with Coloring Camp this time. Giveaways, I think I'm going to make all giveaways digital. I don't want anyone to worry that they're going to get a product sent to them that may have germs on them. I don't want anyone freaking out about that. So I'm going to be making some changes with some digital stuff. But I'll tell you, one of the things that's happening is that one of the giveaways for Coloring Camp is going to be a 1-year membership to my coloring page membership, which is a $5 a month membership, but that will be one of the giveaways for camp. So someone will be able to win an entire year. So it's a $60 value. Darn, my pit Olivia is stuck to me because of the wind today. Little dog could care less. I know, isn't it funny? I think Paisley's just being a little bit of a pill, actually. She's been very, very pushy. I love mandalas too, Bob. I do. Love them. They're timeless. So I'm going to see what I can do as far as getting some of these little sections colored here. And as we're chatting. But Camp is $16.99 still for that book on Amazon. So here's what happened was it went on sale, right? And a few people were buying the book, like Bonnie Hughes, for example. Bonnie, you bought your book and you got a ship date of a later date. And then all of a sudden, I see the book on sale. And now the ship date is like the end of this week. And I was like, oh my God, look at that. So I tested it. And I went back in. And I made some changes to some books and descriptions and some like back end stuff that you probably wouldn't see. And then I actually put some books on sale. I even changed the price maybe by like a nickel. And every time I did that to a book and made a little bit of a change, it made the ship date sooner than the end of April. So I don't know. I think maybe it's like my Amazon hack, I guess. I don't know what happened. It could just be a pure coincidence, and maybe I have not discovered, like, I don't know, sliced bread or something, but who knows. Lynn says, the wind and rain are furious today in New Jersey, and it kept me awake last night. I know, it's supposed to be really, really bad here later today. Mary, do you have wind and rain yet? It's like the birds are chirping right now, and it's like a beautiful day here. So I'm hoping that it's going to just go out to sea, because I keep looking, and I keep looking at the weather and about what's going to happen here. And it just keeps saying mostly coastal stuff. So I'm far enough in that when they say that I don't usually get the coastal storm. However, we're getting wind, Alice. We're getting severe wind. Wind, I guess a little bit of rain. It's already raining here. It stopped. I think I actually have maybe too many gel pens. Do you ever feel like that? It's like there's too many to choose from. I have gel writers. I have Smooth. I have, this is a gel writer. I have Sparkle Pops. I have Who Knew. I love those actually. Then I have some cheapos from the Dollar Tree. I have to test them though before I use them because to make sure the ink is flowing. And I know you gotta like hit the pen on your hand or something to make the ink move. So I'm concentrating on this kind of like inner circle. 2 tornadoes last night in my hood, but Lisa's saying, holy cow, really? Basement trip twice in an hour. What does that mean? What does that mean, basement trip twice? Explain, Lucy, explain. What are you talking about, Lisa? What did I miss? Yeah, I'm hoping not so bad too, Mary. I mean, I kind of look like when I saw the weather forecast for southern New England, and it looked like it was more towards the coast. Like all of the alerts that kept coming up in my area, and I bet the same thing for you too, Mary, was all about what was happening on the ocean. You know, sometimes they do a weather forecast here. I'm in Rhode Island, and sometimes they'll do a forecast, and all they do is focus on what's happening in the, like, for boats, and there's other people. I don't know why they don't focus on everybody else, too. We're all here. Oh, you had to take cover. Okay, gotcha. Oh, trips. Oh, duh. I thought you meant trip, like when like when a circuit breaker trips. Oh my God. Completely didn't get that. A trip, like you went somewhere. I get it now. It was a duh moment. I get it now. The other day, the weather from night before cut powers at some fast food. I can't believe the crazy weather. It is crazy, isn't it? I don't know what I would do if there was tornado watches in this area. I don't know how I would feel about that. It must be extremely stressful, scary. And you know, I am where I live, where I'm at like the highest point of the city. It's actually considered the highest point of the city, which is good when it comes to flooding because I'm not at the bottom of a hill. But when it comes to wind, not so much. So I mean, you step out into my front porch sometimes and you're like, hang on to your hat, Betsy, because you will take flight. These pens are just not doing what I want today. What the heck? They're being shy with the ink. So I'm just filling all of these spaces in. I'm not making a pattern. We're going to be we're going to be adults here and not make a pattern. But I am just kind of filling in wherever I kind of feel that I want the color to be. You know? Good morning, Bonnie Miller. I know, Lisa, can you believe it? Where is my head? Like, how the heck did I not know that? You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder what goes on in someone's head sometimes, don't you think? Oh, no, do we know? Maybe we don't want to wonder about that. Has anyone been listening to that woman that does the video talking about, I don't know if she's a comedian or she's just an author, actually, but she goes into the closet of her house and or she was in her truck the other day. Did anyone see this video? This woman is hysterical, and she's talking about what it's like to be quarantined with her husband. I know that a few people have seen it. She is a riot. Lisa, have you seen this woman? Quarantined. She talks about being quarantined. The other day she was talking about using her husband's underwear to polish the furniture and how much he liked the furniture, the new fabric softener that she used. It was 11 cents, and it was really just pledge. She cracks me up. There's a couple of different comedians that are doing live videos like that every day, talking about what it's like to be, Sharon Sora. Wasn't she funny? There she is in her, when she ever talked about the husband's underwear and how it smelled, he liked the new fabric softener that smelled like, that was a lemony scent and it was Pledge. Do you think, I mean, could you imagine doing that? But the other part that I was thinking of was that her and there's that other woman, that one funny mommy woman. Actually, did anyone catch One Funny Mommy? Does anybody watch that? Sharon, I know you watch that because you always post it and you think she's hysterical. She's another comedian that goes live every day. And did anyone catch the live that she did last week? I can't even explain to you what happened. Mary's laughing already and she hasn't even seen the video. Mary, you need to watch it. It's actually, I was laughing so hard at this woman the other day. She's so serious and dry. That's the part that's hysterical about her to me. I was laughing so hard the other day that night. I'm like, why is the sides of my neck are just really, really in just so much pain? And I just realized that it was because I was laughing so hard. That's how hard I was laughing at this woman. Paisley, you need to go lay down. Is her name Tiffany Jenkins? No. What is her name? Does anybody know her name? The woman I'm talking about that hides in the closet? And the other woman that, One Funny Mommy. I don't even know what her name is. But she's funny to me, but she's not as funny to me as the other woman. But I did see a video that she did the other day with these 5 other comedians. And they were all like on a Zoom meeting. Yes, the one. All right, Sharon, the one she did with the other comedians. All right, tell me if you did not crack up laughing when the guy that was in the bottom right-hand corner that was eating the Entenmann chocolate cake. Do you know who I'm talking about? Tiffany Jenkins. Is Tiffany Jenkins juggling the Jenkins? Yeah, she's funny too. She is funny, actually. The guy that was on the video with all of the people, and he was eating chocolate cake, Entenmann's chocolate cake. Did you see that part, Sharon? Is that his name, Chris Enos? I don't know his name. All right, but did you hear when he was looking to see if he was really live on the internet and he screamed for his mother? That was so funny. I can't even do it because I'm going to laugh too hard. I'm going to laugh too hard that I'm going to have like a choking fit. So I can't do it right now. But anyway, yeah, it was funny. And then there's that other, that guy. Did you see the guy who's the sports commentator? And he did a sports commentation about his dogs chewing a bone. I could do that. Let me tell you. My dogs could do that. Sometimes I feel like I should just do voices for them. I should just do like a video of them hanging out, and then I could just do a voiceover of them. And they could just like be talking, because I'm convinced that either when I leave the room or even when I'm in the room, I think they're talking about me. I'm convinced of it. I think they're going like, oh, here she goes. She's back. And I think sometimes in the morning they kind of look at each other and say, gee, I wonder what we're going to do today. I wonder what she's got planned for us today, which is usually pretty much nothing, but... That was hysterical. Chris Enos is a woman in the closet. Oh, Chris Enos is a woman in the closet. Thank you. Yes, she is really funny. I think she's an author. I didn't think that she was a comedian. It's her dryness about it, you know? Do you really think it's true, though? Do you really think she's using her husband's underwear to polish the furniture? Sarah is asking, did anyone have something good to eat for Easter Sunday yesterday? Let's see. Easter Sunday yesterday, feels like it was long ago. I just had my regular food. It wasn't a big deal. We didn't really make a big deal about it. It actually felt good not to have to cook a big meal, to be honest with you. Is that terrible? I really kind of I've always felt that Easter was more about it being just a holy holiday, not really about the food. So it did feel good not to have to cook. Like a big deal. Anybody else feel like that? All right, when I get to this outer circle, I'm going to now kind of create a different situation. Still putting in these little colors. This page is actually really kind of like mindless, don't you think? This could really kind of just, I mean, it's a good page to just kind of color while you're talking. Maybe you're on the phone with somebody. I don't know, maybe you're waiting in line for something. Color these. Sharon says, we did the same thing, just regular food. It was just me, hubby, and my dad. You would do that, Sharon? Ooh. Have you seen Tucker the Golden Retriever? Oh, no. Have I seen that? Maybe. Lynn says, there's an app to create videos of your pets talking. Oh, I've seen that app. Yeah, I just think that they're definitely having a conversation, Lynn. I think they're talking about me in the background. Does anybody else feel like that about their pets? Mary says, did your church have an online service? Yes, my church did have an online service, and I did watch it. But I have to say, it just wasn't the same. And I'm going to tell you why it wasn't the same. I'm glad that they did it, and they did a really, really nice job. Because last week, they did a Palm Sunday service, and they had a really hard time with the sound. And, you know, it was hard because the church is a very... it's huge. I think there's 30,000 people that go to this, that belong to it. And, I mean, there's never 30,000 people in the church at one time. However, it's very, very, very big. And it's very, like, modern looking. I think it's more of like a Frank Lloyd Wright style building. It's not like a typical Catholic church where there's a lot of stained glass. Well, there is stained glass, but it's just very, very modern looking. Anyway, they did a really, really good job. But what I did miss about it was that when you go to a Catholic Mass, there's frankincense being burned. And you can smell it. And that's kind of what I missed. Does anyone else have this feeling? Did anyone else think it was not the same to watch an online service? Dawn says, I love not having to cook for a change. Me too, Dawn. My kids and I played Cards Against Humanity online while video chatting. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Alice says, I was all by myself, but I cooked a ham, rice, and carrots. Oh, that sounds delicious. I think I'm going to make carrots today. I actually, guess what I had yesterday, actually, Alice? Pizza. I did. I had pizza. I made a pizza. It was delicious, actually. I had a bunch of other stuff, too. I don't even remember, but I do remember the pizza. Bonnie says, picture reminds me of an Aztec drawing. Oh, doesn't it? You're right. It kind of does. The fun thing about this page is that everyone's will be different. Maybe a fun shirt. This would be a cool shirt, actually. Wouldn't it? This would be a very cool shirt. If everybody's page was on the same shirt, that would be awesome. That would be very cool. We could still do a community shirt like this. I can't get them through Amazon, but I can get them through my new shop called Threadless. I have a new shop called Threadless. Threadless.com, and I have a lot of I have camp t-shirts on that right now, and I'll be adding some other stuff. And then on my website I have those neck gaiters, not a mask, but it's more of a, to put on your neck, kind of cover your face and your mouth. Alice says, are you have allergies or a cold? Allergies driving me crazy. You know what it's from? It's from this lilac bush that's in my yard. Even though it's raining out, it's really bugging me. Sarah says, my church did, and I went to my parents' house and stayed 6 feet away. Dad made homemade blueberry muffins and had coffee. Well, that's very nice. I'm glad you got to do that. I always watch online because I work nights, plus seat there hurts my back. Oh, I hear you. Not a very comfortable place to sit in church, right? Barb says she had roast beef for Easter dinner. You know, I saw some people in my neighborhood that had people over, and I was very annoyed with it, to be honest with you, because I watched one house that has 5 people that live there. I watched a car pull up and had 8 or 9 people get out of the car. Not that I was being Mrs. Kravitz or anything near the window, but still, I was just like, that is not, because there's a rule here in this state, no more than 5 people at a gathering. So what the heck are these people doing? And then I watched somebody else leave their house yesterday who lives alone while she was wearing a mask. Now, let me ask you a question. I've been wearing a mask in public, but I'm not wearing a mask in my house. Is anybody else doing that? I didn't think you had to do that. You live alone. Why are you wearing a mask? Maybe she just thinks it's a fashion statement. Maybe she just feels like she's supposed to follow the rules, even though she's home. I don't know. It was weird. It was very weird. Maybe she needs to talk to the woman in the closet with the husband's underwear. That would be terrible. That would be as bad as scratching out the word X-Lax on an X-Lax and pretending that it's chocolate. Wouldn't that be awful? That would be as bad as that, the underwear thing. I think it would be anyway. All right, now we're going to figure out how we can create different shapes. So here's one right here. Here's a shape here. I'm going to just kind of outline this one here, and I'm going to color inside it. And I'm using a sparkle pop, not pop. Sparkle pop, as they say, right? And see how the shape again right here? So it's becoming a bigger shape. Boy, when those 5 comedians were, or were there 6 of them? 5 or 6 comedians, when they were all together that day, talk about an accent on that one. I think they're all from Brooklyn. Lynn says, allergies are bad this year. I take Claritin every day of the year. I've been taking Benadryl on top of it. If I ever took Benadryl, I would be out like a light. Does it work even though you take it every day of the year? They're really bad this year. But, you know, the pollution level's better. You know? Here's another one right here. I'm trying not to pivot, by the way, because I feel like it's just going to make us dizzy. Yeah, it was no more than 10 in a gathering, but now it is no more than 5. But I'm still wondering about the whole mask situation when you live alone. You live alone, you're not around anybody, you're in your house. I mean, it would be like walking by a piece of furniture and saying, excuse me. Although I do that. Does anybody else do that? Excuse me, coffee table. No, it really would be. It would be like walking by a piece of furniture and saying, excuse me. I just take vitamin C for allergies. I used to have this homeopathic drops that I took, which I need to get in touch with a friend of mine who sells them. And not just like, she doesn't just like sell them out of like the trunk of her car. She's actually a doctor. But anyway, it's like I'm not going to contact, like, you know. All right, I do have to pivot. I'm sorry. Look at the glow of these. You know, what's cool about these sparkle pops is that they change color after you put them on the paper, after they start to dry. Look at them. They are really sparkly. This is really pretty. And some of them change colors. The black one kind of changes to red. I don't really know why that happens or how. And the ink flows really, really good. Or as they say, it's a juicy gel pen. Some people say that. Lisa says, an old lady gave me chocolate one day, and it turned out to be her X-Lax. Oh, my God. I was putting the third one in my mouth when, oh, my God, you already ate 2 of them? Wouldn't that be mean to do to somebody, though? All right, now I'm going to take this shape right here, and you do it with this pink color, this jelly roll. This is a Sakura jelly roll. And these are really like very, very wet ink. As a matter of fact, the ink that comes out of these jelly roll pens, these gel pens, it's like it's moving around on the paper. If I was to touch this ink that I just put on there, it would definitely still be wet. Did you get sick from it, Lisa? And you wouldn't even know the difference, right? So if you had like a friend that you couldn't stand or somebody you wanted to, like, you know, I mean, I guess you could give it to the husband that whose underwear you've used with Pledge. New fabric softener. And here's some new chocolates for you also. How mean, isn't it? Sarah says, you need the Crazy Pops from Pentel. Yeah, that's what those are. Don't I have those? Those are Pentel Sparkle Pops. What are Crazy Pops? I'm so out of the loop. I don't really use gel pens very often. I do have to pivot. Hang on one second. Pivoting. Pivoting. Pivoting around again. So I'm thinking of adding, I just don't know when or what time or anything. I just don't know. I'm thinking of adding some coloring demos rather than a color along like this, which to me, a color along is more of a, not only a coloring tutorial, pivoting again, but a coloring, like kind of like a gathering, don't you think? So I'm thinking of adding a couple of coloring demos, which would be a little bit shorter, maybe like a 30-minute demo, focusing on a particular technique, like maybe leaves or coloring something with colored pencil to make it realistic, and maybe just focusing on one object for 30 minutes. That type of thing. I thought X-Lax was to help you go to the bathroom, no? Bonnie says, I go over to a friend's house with a folding chair and we sit outside in the sun 8 to 10 feet apart. Oh, what a cool idea. Very, very cool idea. Did everyone see that the Museum of Modern Art is offering free art classes? I signed up. No, I did not. What type of art classes? There's so much free stuff, isn't there? And isn't it funny? Can I just say, isn't it funny that the art, all of the free stuff has to do with art? Either like art or fine arts or music or even languages. I want to learn how to play the ukulele. That's what I've decided. I almost bought a ukulele on Amazon last night, but I stopped myself. Okay, so see how that made a huge difference right there? Let's go back in now with this bright orange. And you could leave some of them white too, just to kind of give some contrast. My pens are getting all discombobulated. I'll put some yellow in here. And now we've got this shape here along the bottom here. I'm not at the bottom, but along the top. Let's see if I can get this lime green. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I thought I had another green color. Ah, here it is. All right, so I'm going to go with this shape here, and you'll see what I'm going to do here. See if I can do it. So we're almost kind of using like a bolding technique right here, by outlining it first, and then I'm going to color the inside. Now you could even outline that section without it, like with one color, and then color the inside with another if you wanted to. Oh, I get it now, Lisa. I'm not in sync today with you. What the heck? I'm like opposite Jerry from Seinfeld here. You know, when everything was like the opposite. They did everything the opposite. You said trip. I thought it was like tripping a break, like a circuit breaker, but you meant going on a trip, like a trip to the basement. Now you tell me about the X-Lac, and I'm thinking the total opposite. What the heck, Lisa? I think I just need like a reset or something. Is someone offering free ukulele lessons? I'll have to take a look. I got it now. No, your humor is good today, Lisa. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like my brain is the opposite. Okay. See, I definitely did put a piece of paper behind here, only because of how much I'm pressing. But I gotta tell you, this green does not look much different than the blue. Unless it's the lighting that I've got going on here. Bizarro World. Was it Bizarro World when it was opposite Jerry? Everything was the opposite. God, that show was funny, isn't it? Different episodes just kind of come to mind. I love the one with George Costanza when he got fired from his job, but he still kept going to the office and sitting in that little room. Remember that one? And he just kept sitting there until the whole office was just like emptied of furniture, except for him and the telephone. It's like he couldn't let go. It was kind of funny. Of course, there's the soup Nazi. Well, you know what's cool about this, Sarah, is that you can make it your own. Oh, now the wind is starting to howl. Hey, I don't mind if anything happens outside as long as there's no damage to my house and we still have power. You know? All right, I'm going to pivot. Pivot. So when you have a tornado and you've got your base, you have to make a trip to the basement like Lisa did. Do you have stuff in your basement like set up so that if you had to stay down there for a certain amount of time? Kind of a valid question, right? No soup for you. Right, Mary, you got it. The soup Nazi. Crazy. One of my favorites is the Pez in Elaine's laugh. Oh, yeah, the Pez dispenser. Elaine's laugh is just, yeah, that was funny. Well, the other one that was funny was, what the heck? When, it was something about a doll that looked like George's mother's head or something. Remember that? It's just so funny. You can always kind of imagine if you just had like a clip of all different crazy things from every TV show. I feel like there's no TV shows now that I really like that. I was into The Big Bang Theory for a while. Does anyone still watch that? And now I didn't watch it for a while, and then I started watching it again, and I was just really annoyed by Sheldon Cooper. He was bugging me. I thought to myself, what an annoying person he must be to hang around with. With all his little idiosyncrasies. I'm just going to pivot around here. Hang on. Imagine. I mean, it must get old after a while to kind of be with someone like that. That's got that many crazy idiosyncrasies about everything. The doll. Wasn't that hysterical, Lynn? That was hysterical. Although, one of my all-time favorite episodes of sitcoms is on Everybody Loves Raymond. Do you remember the episode where Robert was going out with this woman and she had frogs. She collected frogs in her bedroom. But she came over for dinner and she ate a fly. And nobody believed Raymond that she ate the fly. That cracks me up. Or how about the time that Robert decides to hang around with his partner Sherry and he decides to go to wear that big giant yellow suit. It was like a gold color, actually. I don't even think it was yellow. So many funny episodes. Love the episode. Sarah saying, what's the name of the neighbor with curly hair, put butter all over his body and went to the roof. When he came back in, he was in so much pain. Kramer? He's a riot. I just feel like there's just nothing on TV that's that funny anymore. And then there's my favorite Frasier. which doesn't go on Netflix anymore, so it's very upsetting to me. But anyway. Okay. Now, I've got this kind of... So see how it just became a mandala, just like magically like that? Where's the cap to this pen? There we go. All right, now I'm going to kind of fill in some of the areas that are... God, there's a lot of gel pens in here. Most of them just kind of dried up. Remember that one with Everybody Loves Raymond Sarah? That was funny. We had an unexpected tornado in 1989. We lost a tree. Oh my God. We had a tornado here. I think it was Hurricane Irene, which was in 2011. I know this because that is the year that I got Scarlet. Scarlet arrived in the middle of the hurricane, actually. We had no power, and here she was. What a night that was. No power, 2 dogs. At the time, I had 2 dogs. And I had a brand new puppy. And she smelled weird because she was brand new. And it was dark because we had no power. It was hot because it was the summertime. And I was thinking to myself by 2 o'clock in the morning, what have I done? What have I done? Have I lost my mind? Adding a new dog to this house? I don't know. I questioned my sanity at that point. You ever question your sanity when you do something? Yeah, Sherry's hysterical. King of Queens is funny. Arthur Spooner. Come on, Arthur Spooner. He's my fave. He always has some crazy thing going on. How about when he comes upstairs from the basement, he's all dressed up like he's like gonna go do something. He is a riot, that guy. He always has some cockamamie idea, doesn't he? You don't watch TV at all, Bob? What do you do at night, Bob? Sarah wants to know. Do you read? Color? You know, I actually don't watch as much TV as as it seems. It seems like I watch a lot of TV. This pen is just not. It's just not doing it. Let's see what other color I can pull into this. I kind of like this raspberry color. It's skipping, but it'll do. Feels like I need to put some blue, don't you think? This is a good blue. This kind of brightish blue. Let's see if this will work. Nope. Nope. And just in case you're wondering, I am not going to sit with this pile of pens and go through every single pen to make sure that they work and throw out the ones that don't. That would be crazy talk. I mean, maybe that'll be like, I don't know, day 65 of, you know, sheltering in place. I don't like when they call it quarantine and lockdown. Day 65 of being at home. Alice says, 2011 hurricane was bad here. Flooding, and here people lost their homes. My basement was underwater. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. That was a bad one. But I didn't like that when I read today's forecast that they did kind of mention that. They referenced it, like as if they were trying to compare it. I think it's just a scare tactic, to be honest with you. I'm going to call it fake news. Sometimes they make too much of it. Although, I could be eating my words this afternoon, you know, as I'm being taken away. Speaking of taken away, did anyone see that video on Facebook somewhere where the person puts the balloons on their little dog and he floats away? And did anyone else think that that was extremely, extremely mean? Alice says, pen not working, throw it out. My son would never throw out a pen. He said it might work later. Really? Does he have like a magic power or something, Alice? Sharon says, I need help with another 2 colors for mine. I've used green and pink so far. All you've used is green and pink on the whole thing, Sharon? My goodness. How about yellow? Or purple? It does kind of look like stained glass, though, doesn't it? I don't know if I'm going to finish this. What do you think? This could be a tough one. All right, let's see if I can get some orange. I really wish I could get the lime green to work. Sometimes I just kind of focus on an area on these, and then I, like for instance, this section right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get some green to work. And do the pens that he saves ever actually come to life? Can he do that with anything? That's kind of magic powers. Now that I got this green going, I gotta just kind of pop it into the other places. Jump into the other spots. Mary says, my weatherman admits he loves bad weather. Makes the job less boring. I think they all do, right? Not the entire thing. I've been enjoying just maneuvering around with sections. Oh, that's a good idea. It kind of like takes your mind off anything, right? Maybe this should be like a coloring page that people use if they're, you know, stuck at home or something. All right, here's this lime green color that I was kind of looking for. See how much of it I can get out of it. It's just not coloring the way I want it to. This pen is not performing up to its peak capacity. All right, we need some bright orange. I mean, how can we not, right? Lynn says, I enjoy throwing pens in the trash. You know, I love to throw stuff away. I have to say that it's like, I was put, last week I had something on the coloring group, said name a random fact about yourself. And I could not think of anything to put about myself. And you know what? Now I'm thinking of it. I love to throw stuff away. I go on like a throwaway kick. Does anybody else do this? If I could have like a dumpster in my driveway for the day, I think I would be in heaven. I like to just kind of like, you know, it's like I get in like a throwaway mood. I get in a mood where I'm just like, it's not nailed down, it's out of here. I'm throwing it away. If you haven't touched it in like a year, get out. You know? Sounds like that could be applied to people too, doesn't it? No, I'm only kidding. Hey, Colleen Boyle. Sharon says, I have to admit it, I was a little intimidated by this one, but it's actually fun, isn't it? See? If you had like crazy music going on in the background, then you could like be dancing around, zipping around. It must be the soothing effect of my voice, Sharon, you know? No, I can't even say that with a straight face. I don't think so. Okay, we gotta get some bright yellow. This is not bright yellow. Oh my goodness, I picked up the wrong pen and I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah, I know, dumpster in the driveway could be great. Sometimes in my head, I just kind of go through and think about what I'm going to throw away. I've never had a dumpster in my driveway either, Lynn. It's like shredding paper. Although I wish I had one of like a big gigantic shredder rather than just like a little office shredder. Matter of fact, I have a shredder right now that I'm hesitant to use because the last couple of times I used it, it got so hot that I thought it was going to catch fire. That's how much I was shredding. Sharon. The soothing effect of my voice, Sharon. I'm glad you got a laugh out of that one. It is. I'm telling you. It must be the soothing effect of my voice. It's causing it. This one just needed help right here. Put some little pink ones right there. I just dropped one. I'm too lazy to get up and get it. It's going to be one of those things where I have to like crawl underneath a piece of furniture to get it. Like the other night when the dogs had something that was under a piece of furniture and they were like, do you think you could help me with this? And I'm like, oh my God. That's what they said to me. And I went to look and there was the teeniest, tiniest piece of a biscuit way behind a TV stand. It was crazy. And I only discovered it once I was lying on the floor next to Scarlett as she was lying there with her head flat on the floor and the two of us were just looking under there. At first I didn't see anything. Then I realized, how am I going to get up? How about this? The governor, Sharon, did you see this? I think you must have seen this. The governor of the state has just decided to challenge everyone to do push-ups. Did you see that, Sharon? Twice a week, trash. I'm moving where you live. Really, Lynn. That's music to my ears. Oh, I love to throw stuff away, Sarah. Get rid of it. Matter of fact, I wonder sometimes about people in my neighborhood that don't put out their trash every week. It's like, how could you not have enough trash? I see an empty trash barrel and I'm like, opportunity it is right there in front of me to fill it up. It's freeing. Matter of fact, my trash can right now is not very full. I'm going to have to fill it up. Sometimes you just got to get rid of it, Sarah. Throw it away. Remember on that show, what was it called? Was it Full House? This pen, I still keep picking up this crazy purple pen that I don't want. All right, where are we here? Let's put some green, a little bit of green here. Bonnie, are you agreeing with Sharon about my soothing voice? Did you do your push-ups? Yeah, she's challenged everybody to do push-ups. How many push-ups are we supposed to be doing? I feel like I need to try it. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to do one. What do you think? And how old is she that she did those push-ups? She did like 10 of them. She must be in pretty good shape. I think she's kind of young though, isn't she? I don't know how old she is. I hear a siren in my background too, and it's kind of far in the distance. You can hear that, Alice? It's scary stuff, huh? My microphone is picking that up. Can you hear Paisley snoring? Do you have... you can't throw anything away either, Bonnie? Oh, I love it. You know that show, Hoarders, when people come over and they throw stuff out in people's houses? I would love to be the person that was there, like, throwing all the stuff out. I don't know what it is. Some people have issues with it, I guess. It's not a big deal. Maybe it's not the people that can't throw it out that have the issues. Maybe it's the people that want to throw it out that have more of the issues. Well, we have the home stretch here, I'll tell you, with this page. Okay, let's see. We got to put some blue back here. My blues are just not working properly. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, I'm thinking I made a mistake with this, a larger space with this particular pen. I don't know if it can handle it. Can it? Okay, you did it. Good for you. Good job. Good job, pen. I tried one. I would need a chiropractor, and they are all closed. What are we talking about? Oh, the push-ups. You know, Mike, the chiropractor around here is open. Is that weird? I would think they should be closed. I'm going to try it, the push-up. I don't know if I can do it, but it'll be interesting. I would need help. I think I'm going to need help too, Sarah. Let me tell you. My pens are failing me here. Let me tell you. What is in this package? Oh, those are pencils. This is kind of a gold color, I guess. Oh, this must be the Who Knew pen. Hunew. Too scratchy. I like smooth, but I don't know if I have smooth in this collection of pens that I have going on here. Gel writer. Yeah, I don't know about this gel writer pen. It's not cotton. All right, here's a light blue that I can use for some smaller sections. How am I doing for time? What time is it? Wow, I'm losing people. Hey, Judith. Alice is saying, how can they stay 6 feet away and adjust you? Exactly. Good point. Right? That's what I say. Oh, with the cleaning, not the push-up, Sarah? Yeah, I'm going to throw some more stuff away this week. I've been thinking about it. I think I need to shred at least. All right, I got to find my other sparkle pop. Here's a cool sparkle pop that's silver. We could add some silver to this section right here. Sometimes the pen will get like the pulp of the paper on it and you just kind of have to wipe it off. That's why that tip gets clogged. I'm going to leave some of my spaces white because I like the color, the contrast in the color. So I am going to leave some of them white. Like, I'll leave that one white. And then this one's cool because it kind of turns to red. I'll leave that one white. I don't know why it turns to red. Does anybody else know why why it does that? All right, there's that area there. Okay, moving on to some purple. I'm going to leave that one white, but let's put this purple. Sometimes if you get your hand, like the oils from your hand may get on it, and that's what's happening to that section. I just know it. I think I'm going to have to start throwing them away, though. Don't tell Alice's son, because he might resurrect my pens and say, get them. Okay, that's staying white. I think I'm going to leave this area white. I'm not sure. Let's put this one with purple. These sections are not getting any color. What is going on? It's crazy. Things are just getting way too messy here. Do you think they need to come out with more colors? I kind of do too. I agree with you, Alice. Don't do anything where you have to say, I'm falling and I can't get up. I know. I agree with you, Mary. We'll see what happens with the push-up. I don't know if I can do it. Sarah says, my camp was supposed to be here next week, and then tomorrow, and now today. Oh, the camp will... Okay, see you later, Lynn. Alice says, I love Sparkle Pops, but they need to come in better colors. I agree, but Sarah's telling us that it's the Crazy Pops. Really? I don't know. This page is becoming more of a challenge than a push-up. I gotta get my pen out of the way here. Flip over. We're flipping over instead of pivoting now. We've gotten to a new level. Serious business. You know, I kind of like a lot of white down there. I kind of like how it looks. See if we can get some yellow going. Oh, this is a good one. This is a very good one, actually. Too bad it doesn't color. All right, you know what I think I'm going to do? Is it bad if I switch to a pencil? Is that bad? But I don't really want to, because I kind of like how this looks. This yellow has got a good flow to it. I'm gonna have to save that one. Ooh, this is a good one. Not so much. Still don't know about this pink. That's Paisley snoring in the background, Lisa. She's snoozing. She's kind of a lazy dog, you know. You may think that she's not, because she's always kind of like bouncing around and being kind of a noisy little dog, but she's very lazy. She believes in getting a lot of rest. I always think to myself, can you believe the sun's coming out right now? My house. I always think to myself that if I want to have a restful day, I should just do everything that Paisley does, which is pretty much nothing. Just do what Paisley does today. You can just have that kind of day. We're talking about you, Paisley. Nope. I think I'm going to have to start throwing some away. Let's see how this one does. Oh, not so bad. I think it's because my hands are on it. Hey, Pat, haven't figured out if I'm brave enough to tackle this. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Mary. Don't overthink it. Just doing what comes naturally. So I may just kind of jump in with some pencils because I don't like the frustration I'm feeling with these pens. I'm trying not to, but it's kind of bugging me. But I do like the white. I like the white part that I've created here. So I'm going to see what happens if we can kind of stick with leaving some white areas. I really love this Jelly Roll pen here. This kind of reddish color, reddish pink. This is a good one to do a bigger area with. Got this green one. Green Jelly Roll. And I wish I could find my silver sparkle pop. I think it kind of like, I don't know what had happened to it. This is a light pink color. Kind of a glittery one. Some of these jelly rolls are glitter. And I'm convinced that when you have a gel pen that you don't use and they just kind of sit there, I feel like they kind of like, they dry out even with, just from not using them. Maybe it's just that whole thing. You use it, if you don't use it, you lose it. Try under hot water for the pen. And I have to get up. Hey, talk to you soon, Bonnie. Thanks for joining us. Oh, this is my favorite one. You are officially my favorite gold pen. See, I'm going to leave a lot of this white here because I like it. Not because I just don't want to color it, but I like how it kind of looks like it's added some interesting color to everything. It's complementing everything. We need some blue down here. I'm going to leave those white. I will color this dude. This dude. This is a dude. I'm leaving that white in the middle also. Do you ever look at something you've colored and remember what you were thinking about at that time, or remember what happened while you were coloring it? I do. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's like you can tell a story about what happened when you were coloring that particular page, and oh yes, the rain was really, really, how wind was howling at my window, like that kind of thing. It was a storm brewing. I don't know where the cap is to this. This is going to be quite a project to clean up in here. Okay, here's my silver. I'm going to go with some silver here because I really kind of like how that looks. Doesn't it kind of really make it pop? And I've got to add a little bit more black too. I'll add some silver down here. It's like putting like a little bit of pepper, silver down here. I'll add some silver here, 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 here. I have that black color somewhere. Don't know what I did with it. Let's actually add black, just to kind of, the black gel pen gets ignored, don't you think? Because maybe everyone just thinks of it as just a regular pen. But I think it should be treated equally. See if I can get some hot pink somewhere in here, maybe right here. if I can get this. Oh, I don't know if this pen will be able to handle this whole area. Sarah says, I remembered something about my picture when I did a picture and what was going on. Yeah, exactly. Right? Or even like a smell, something like a smell or something that kind of sparks a memory. I don't know where my purple or pink sparkle pop is. I don't even know if I have. The pink one's not working. So the pink one doesn't work at all. It is just not cutting it, you know? Finally, I found a yellow that is working good, so that's why I'm kind of taking advantage of all of this. Got to take advantage of the ink that's flowing. Let's see. Maybe this bright orange color here. All right. Okay, so what do I want to make sure that I tell you guys before I leave? Coloring Camp. Coloring Camp, April 26th to May 2nd with a bonus day of a painting class. Amazon has put the book on sale for $16.99. I can't even believe it. So keep checking that. I checked it this morning. I don't know if it's still on sale right now. It may not be, maybe. Don't know. Yes, a pizza. You got it, Alice. Alice, I feel like I should have a pizza delivered to you without you knowing it. Wouldn't that be funny? If all of a sudden your doorbell just rang and it was a pizza delivery. That would be a riot. Okay, so Coloring Camp. Take a look. I don't know if it's on sale. It still might be on sale for $16.99. I don't know. It's a deal because you get 7 days of tutorials, plus you get activity pages, plus we're doing a painting class this time around. And it's fun. 7 days, 10 a.m. every day. And Pat says, just pulled up jelly rolls on Amazon. My gosh, which ones do you buy? I don't know, Pat. They do have a lot, but you can't go wrong with the jelly roll. So that's all I have to say about that. And we're not talking about the donut, right? It's a good product. The other good gel pens are Smooth or Gel Writer, or this other one called Hunew, Hunew, which is a really good deal. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. I hope that everyone's power does not go off today. I hope that everyone doesn't. I hope that the storm just kind of like disappears and it really doesn't happen. And the meteorologists were just a bunch of liars, or a bunch of alarmists. I have to just color this one last spot up here, and that's about it. So. Oh, I have a new book coming. I have a new book that came out over the weekend, a kids activity book. Check that out. It's on Amazon. It's called The Kids Activities Book. And it's 30 pages of different activities for ages 3 to 10. It's also on my website as a PDF. You want to check that out. And there's one last spot. See, it's like you can't get away from it. Did you notice? All right. Is it still on sale, Pat? Are the lights... Are you serious, Sharon? I gotta turn my computer off. Okay. I don't like that the lights are flickering. That is not good. Not good. All right. Let me wrap things up here before the power goes out and I don't have my computer off in the proper way. Let's see. Where am I here? Where am I at, girls? Okay. It's still on sale. Pat is telling us that the Amazon, you know, cousin to the Google, the Amazon is having a sale. Oh my goodness. Gonna make a trip to the basement with Lisa. Having a sale on the camp book. I'm gonna pop a link here. So if you want to go to Amazon and get the camp book. So spring, a lot of sirens happening right now. So So it's on sale for only $16.99. That is a deal. It's a sweet deal. Have a great day, Mary. I know, I have so many... Look at this, Pat. This isn't even all of them. This isn't even all the gel pens I have. This tin probably has twice as much that goes in it. And I have another one that's actually organized in a box. So, yeah, there's an awful lot of sirens happening around my house. Hope we don't lose power. All right, so that camp book's on sale, April 26th to May 2nd. That's camp. And then we will be... the draw-alongs start on... Look at that, you can't even really see it. Draw-alongs start on May 2nd. So, draw-along volume 2. That's the other thing I want to tell everyone. And I think that's it. I'll see everyone next week for the next live color along. We are using colored pencils with our friends, the snowmen from Snowman Frenzy. And hope everyone has a great day. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Have a great day.